Hi, it's Candy from Palo, Ohio. I'm here and I'm glad you are too. Hey, thanks for joining me today. I am going to show you a really fun card using some DSP and a little bit different card. It's a little bit differently cut than your normal everyday half piece of cardstock. So I'm excited to show you. Hi, Linda, welcome. I'm excited to show you. I will be putting it all together with you on live here so you guys can all see exactly what it's all about. So I'm going to be using on page 32 of our mini, the Artfully Composed Suite collection. I have their DSP here, which is called the Artfully Composed DSP, Designer Series paper, and the bundle. And I'll be using all of the elements in here. So I thought that would be kind of fun for everybody to have an idea of what to do with this particular suite that might be a little bit different than what you've seen in the past. So let's get started. I'm so excited to finally be here, and I had so many different ideas of what I wanted to do for this live. And to be honest, it started out as scrapbooking pages, and I know I did that last week, but I'm working on some pages of my dad because I was just out visiting him in California. By the way, it's going to be like in the 90s today, I heard from them. And it's probably about 40 here in Ohio. So for some of us that are in the colder weather, it's like, we just have to think warmth, right? We just have to think warmth and good thoughts. So the Artfully Layered Bundle does come with some dies. I have them, looks kind of messy, but I keep them inside. Some of them I do keep them with the stamps, and some of them I normally put them on a magnetic sheet. I just haven't done it yet. And some of them I just store separately. So I guess it depends on the mood when I'm opening the bundle. But I do mark mine with a red X, so when they're on the shelf, I'll know that the actual dies are in here. So hopefully that little tip helps. I know all of us are always trying to be organized and figure out, like, everything that's happening here. So the way this card will go, I'll be using the Just Jade, and I'm using the same bundle for the two cards. So they're going to be the same cut and everything, but I just thought it would be fun to show you two different ideas. So the way this is cut is it is 5.5 square, 5.5 by 5.5. And there is a score line at 1 1/4. Yep, at 1 1/4. So we're going to take that and simply fold it over. And I have my handy dandy bone folder right here. That does help to get that to lay down. Okay. Next, I'm going to bring out, I paired up two of the pieces of the designer paper that I thought would look nicely together. I had gotten a card swap a couple years ago when we had one of the other stamp sets. It's long retired. And so I still had the card, and I've always loved the way it came out. So I'm copying this design as to how it'll all go together, and just thought it would be really fun. So I paired up one of the pieces and just, paired it up with another piece of the beautiful DSP that comes in there. So this is going to be going on the front. And, oops, a lot of glue. It is ready to work. So let me pick this up. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Again, thanks for joining me. I'll be standing up here in a second and see who I can see is here. Susan Sheehy, nice to see you. Thanks for joining. Let's see. So we want to put this right on the 1 1/4 inch. So this slice of DSP here is just 1 inches by 5 1/4. This is really an easy card as far as measurements go. Super easy to copy. Super duper easy. Now, we do have a piece that's going to go on the inside. This is white. It's 4 by 5 1/4. So this is going to just get centered. And I'm going to do that first. And I'm not going to lie, this is the first time I've put this card together. So I'm learning with you. I mean, I have the other one and I didn't take it apart, but it looked pretty simple. So I'm really hoping that it's as simple as I see it. We will find out, right? So now this piece is going to get glued on here, but I do want to make sure that it's going to line up there. So what I'm going to do is actually line it up to the white piece. And then, for my sake, I am just going to put the glue right about here in the middle. You have to be careful because we don't want it to be too far down. So again, how daring is that? There you go. So now you don't want to see the white piece behind it until you open it and go, surprise. So it's really, you guys, this is so simple, but now we have to finish jazzing it all up, okay? So I'm going to add on the inside, I cut another strip of this same design. So I cut another strip at 1 inch, but of this main paper, of the biggest piece. So I cut another inch and I cut another piece. It's 1 inch by 5 1/4. And then I cut a piece at 3/4 of an inch by 4. Okay, so this piece is going to come on here. It's going to get glued on right there. And that is going to just add a little more splash of color. It depends on your designer paper, of course, what the inside looks like. But you could pretty much match it up or pair it up to whatever it is you're doing. This is just such a fun card. Well, it's fun to look at. And obviously, I'm having fun, so it's a fun card to put together. Now that I've told you I haven't put one together yet. So this strip is going to just go here and pop another color onto that white. I love the inside of my cards to be finished. It means a lot to me when they're done. When I'm doing swaps and stuff, I just feel like the card should be finished. So I wanted you guys to also have a finished card. So you can put that anywhere. You can put it there so you can sign your name. You can push it up a little bit more. Let me make sure that's straight. But this paper has just these most beautiful colors. The base, if I didn't tell you, the base I'm using mint, or a mint color. And then the ink I'm going to use is the Just Jade. I have it right out here, Just Jade. All right, so let's get to putting it all together. One of the things is our ribbon that comes with that, but I'm going to show you, I cut it in half upward. Is this in the camera here? Because it's wide. It looks great on certain cards, but it wasn't going to work here because it was a little bit too wide and I didn't quite want that much covering my pretty colors here. So I cut it right up the middle, and now I can use it on my second piece or I can use something else. But the way I thought would be the easiest way to put this ribbon on is to take and use some of our terrible tape. Yes, it is terrible, as in you can tear it. And I love calling it terrible tape because you can tear it. And so I'm simply going to put this on. You can use, oops, hopefully I can roll that over. You can use the liquid glue, but I'll tell you, when I've used it on ribbon or like fabric, it will kind of sop through your ribbon. So when you do that, you have to put it on carefully and tap it on and let it dry. But I've just had it come through too many times. So I find the tape is very strong and it works great. Works great for me. So press that down and let's see if I can get that paper off of the back without destroying all of this ribbon. And if I do, I have another piece. There we go. And it will fray a little bit, but that'll just add to the beauty of the card. All right, so now I need to put this on straight because once it's on, it's on. I'm going to put it in the middle, and I'm going to see if I can get it pretty straight. You guys, if you've watched me before, you know Nothing has to be perfect in my book. Now, a lot of people won't agree with that, but for me, it's like, okay, I tried it. Looks good. There we go. Oops. So it's a little crooked, but it just adds again to the homemade quality of my card. Alrighty. Next, I took a couple of our dies that are in this set, and I used, I don't know what it's called, but it's like a leaf, and another one that I'll call it, it's kind of what I would consider, not really the right word, but a sprig that is just an accent to my piece. This is going to simply get glued on here. You can run this through your adhesive paper, but I only really needed a little bit of glue down here. The thing I love about this mono liquid glue that I'm using is you can actually make just a little bit come out by the pressure you apply on in your hand. Some of it I don't care if this is not all glued down, but I want to make sure that most of it is. And we're going to see how this all lays out. All right. Next, I have I'll grab this scrap here. But I used a scrap of my white cardstock, and I used the large leaf. I love this leaf. It's in the stamps. You have this large leaf, and then you also have like this piece here, this plant. We'll call it a plant. And I'm going to use my Just Jade ink and just simply ink that up. Just like that. And then I'm going to stamp it. Right. I'll just stamp it up here in the corner. Putting pressure, you guys, make sure when you're using the larger stamps that you put pressure on the middle. And then you have a nice stamped image. Okay. I'm also going to stamp this, and I've already stamped it. I've already stamped and die cut both of these, but I just wanted to give you that little tip. I did stamp it and I forgot to bring it over, but on a piece of jade. And I did already die cut these out. So I have a white and a jade. And I am going to glue those on here. So this piece is a little busy to just put a like a stamped piece on here. I felt like it got a little bit lost. So I wanted to add a little more to it. So I just die cut these out, had them kind of overlap. I will lay this one flat. And then I'm going to pop the other one up with a dimensional. Do you like it so far? It's kind of fun. It's this paper and, you know, it makes me want to go somewhere warm. Oh my gosh, I'm just like mashing everything. I just want to go somewhere warm so it's not too freezing out. This one I am going to go ahead and put some dimensionals on it. And you really only need 3. 1, 2, and 3. All right, this one, I'm going to just simply cover over that white and give it a little more pop of color. Actually, I'm going to go this direction. Yay. Okay. I went ahead and die cut out using our rectangle dies, and I cut out a piece of white. I'm going to put my words on here. And the words I chose in here, I could have done thank you. I think I would have needed a little longer, but I'm going to do hey there. So hey there. And then we're going to stamp that again in the Just Jade. Just Jade. So with this one, I'll try to get right there in the middle. Yay. Well, that was luck. And I then took and cut out a piece of the jade because when I put it on here, I just felt like it got lost. So I cut out a piece of the jade that was just a smidge larger than this rectangle die. But I can tell you right now, I did have a measurement. So it's 1 3/8 by 1 7/8. So that made it pretty simple to just shadow behind in the back. It'll give me a little more color when I pop up this white piece, so it won't all blend. There we go. Now I'm going to put this up here because I thought that gave it a little more of an area to put that on. Yeah, what the heck. And I'll overlap it a little bit. I will go ahead and just glue that on flat because I could pop it up with a dimensional, but I'm just going to put it on flat. We have some dimension already and a nice, quite a bit of texture going on with everything. So here we go. Hey there. What do you guys think? Do you like it? Yay. So that's it. That's how simple it is. A little pop of paper on the front. You can use some of your scraps left over to fill this in. And then you can stamp in the middle. You know what? Let's go ahead and stamp happiest birthday wishes. Let me grab a block here. And we'll make this a birthday card. We all need birthday cards. Yep. And my stamp is still in the box. I love the font in this set. I love it. Do you guys have this one? Let me know if you already have it. I do have a website, candystampers.com. My host code for February is there. I am sending anybody that orders $50 or more, I am sending you some of these faux sea glass pieces. Ooh, that came out really nice. Again, hey there, happiest birthday wishes. So that's one simple card, but it's different than most of the other ones that we make where we fold it in half. And so what do you think? You guys like it? And again, we can work on that ribbon being straighter. But let me show you the next one. I'm just doing a couple simple, they're the same basic layout with the paper, but they're just a smidge different. Let me know what you think. Yes, it did make it stand out, made it pop out just a little bit more. Okay, so for this one, these are the faux glass pieces. Let me see if the plastic doesn't shine too badly. So they look like the sea glass. It was pretty cool. But we're going to add those to the next card. So this next one is going to be using the Just Jade base. And the designer paper on this one is one of the other pretty designs in there. So let's go ahead and glue on our, well, let me fold it. It's the same exact cut, 5.5 by 5.5, and scored at 1 1/4 inch. We are going to first start by gluing in the white on the middle, or the inside of the card, I should say. So simple. I hope you guys make some of these because I sat down and looked at the catalog and thought, okay, what suite has the designer paper that goes with it? Because most of the suites, that's what they'll design it with, ribbon, paper, some type of an embellishment, and make it all go nicely together. And so when I looked through it, I thought this would be a fun one. I've made other cards with this, but I thought this would really be a fun one to work with today. So that's what popped out in my head. So the pairing piece that I did is this pale papaya piece. And it has like writing. It's very, very small. But that's going to be my piece that's going to go here on the edge. So let's put that down next. Again, this is just 1 inch by 5.5. I'm sorry, 1 inch by 5 1/4. 1 inch by 5 1/4. Fun card. Fun card. Get some of that DSP off of the shelf. And you can cut it up and start playing. Alrighty, so now we have that. Next, I just need to glue my designer paper onto the front, okay? But again, what I'm going to do, my tip is to line it up on the white so that I can make sure it's going to cover it. And then I'm going to just put a little bit of glue here and then fold it over. And that will help me know exactly where I want to put it. And be careful you don't go too low or too high. And there's that. So now I'm going to add, again, I cut the pieces from the front to coordinate with it. So this piece is another 1 by 5 1/4. This is going to go inside right here. And I loved this idea to kind of break this piece up and give it a little more pop of color. So let's go ahead and glue this one on using our awesome monoliquid glue. I love it. And then I have to stand so I can see what I'm doing and make sure I get it on there straight. Yay. Oh, that looks pretty good. Hello, Mindy. Thanks for joining. This was one of the cards I was telling you about, adding the DSP and making that be the swing part of the front of the card. All right, this piece is 4 inches wide by 3 3/4 wide. Wide and tall. This piece is just to break up the white, and then you can stamp whatever you want on there. Okay, and you could put it down closer to the bottom, right about there. I just thought that was cool. All right, so now on this side, I could add this ribbon again like I did on the other one, but I thought I would change it up just a little bit and use some of our baker's twine. We have a baker's twine essential pack, and I thought this would be something different to try. Again, everything is white, so I am going to go ahead and stick with that white. When you get these, they always have a little piece that's sticking out, and that's the one you want to pull, and that's where it starts. I've opened many of these and wondered myself, like, okay, where does it start? I can't see it. So with this one, I want it to be kind of long. I don't want just one piece to go around. I want a few. So I will make it just a little bit longer so that I can tie a cute little bow. So I'll wrap it a couple of times and one more. If you have to make a lot of these and you don't want to use that much twine, then you could just wrap it twice. But it's so thin, I want to make sure it looks good. And it looks good to me. Alrighty. Then all I'm going to do is tie a simple bow up here. And oh my gosh, my hands are so cold they're not working. I don't know why. I don't have a sweatshirt on, and I think I'm colder than I realized. And when I started the live, it was too late to run and get it. So I'm okay. This won't be long. Hopefully you guys are all warm. Oh, look. Isn't that cute? But it's kind of upside down. Well, I can fuss with that later. Sometimes that happens. It's going to bug me. Sometimes I have actually had to tie my bow, putting my card upside down. And then it normally, fingers crossed, will swing around to the right direction. Well, that's better. Not perfect. Bow tying 101. Anyway, there you go. It can be longer. It can hang. Whatever looks good to you. All right, so now I'm just going to decorate the front. So in this pack of, in the suite, we have, again, the bundle, the ribbon, the sea glass, and then we also have this really cool vellum that Stampin' Up! Put in here. In the vellum, it's 12 by 12, and you get 4 sheets, 3 different designs. Some of the sheets are printed white, like this. I don't know how well you can see it, but it has like a white print to it. This one looks like a map. And then they have the other design is the same design, but this white is black ink. So it's really cool. I didn't bring them over to the table. You can barely see it here in the picture, but the vellum is really cool. I love playing with vellum. So what I did was I die cut out these two dies, and these are from the Stitched So Sweetly set, and I cut these two out to go on the front. So I cut the vellum, and then I cut just a piece in the white so I can stamp on it. So I thought that this would be perfect for my sentiment and to have use of the vellum. It does have a little stitching on it on those dies, so that was kind of cool. In this set, there is no die for words, so I had to go through and find one that I thought would work well. So I'm using, again, some of these little, I'll call them sprigs or pieces of plant, leaves, and they're kind of dark on here. Here we go, where you can see them better. There. So I just die cut out two of each, and then I thought I could use them on this card as well. I liked the front being a little more full, but again, with this DSP, it was a little busier than I had planned. So it all works. So I'm going to take this piece and this piece and glue them on. And then, oh my goodness. And again, just a little bit of glue. Don't want it too messy. Same card design. Love it. Love to be able to do that. So this one can come under here like so. And then the other one will go like this. Whoa. It's all right. My tags are going to kind of hide that. So I think. And then, so what's going to happen here is this is going to come over the top and kind of hide some of the stuff. But I still need to have it glued on so they don't fall off. Otherwise, I would be searching for them. Okay. So then here we go. And you can cut some of this if it seems too long. Ooh, just made it. Look, it just made the card. So hopefully this is going to, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I told you I did not make one ahead of time. I'm going for it. Tell me how many times you guys don't do that, where you just see something and you go, yes, I'm going to design that and it's going to come out exactly like I think it will. There's always hope. Okay, oopsie, stay. You have to stay. I have a sticky on me. All right, next I'm going to go ahead and glue this on. And when you're working with vellum, you can see your piece. So you know what I'm going to do? Where are my dimensionals? Do I want to dimensional that up? I think so. Because this is going to hide behind it. So you can even take it like that so you know where you want to put your dimensionals so that it won't show through. Tricky, huh? Because it will show through sometimes. And I found sometimes that glue dots are a little bit better, that you can't see it as well. Oh my goodness. My fingers do not want to work and I have sticky all over me. Ah, stop. Okay. I'm hoping that this lays down flat. Alrighty, so we are going to pop this up here. Yes, 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 yes. And then I'm going to go ahead and do my stamping on this. And I'm going again to use the Just Jade. This card is going to say, sending all the hugs. Sending all the hugs. And we're going to go ahead and just stamp that. It was so amazing that they fit right onto these little tags. Oh, I like it. Okay, so that's done. Sending all the hugs. And we could make it a thank you on the inside, but I'm just going to leave it like that. So let me glue this on. And then I'm going to show you, we're going to put down some of that sea glass. And just finish the card. So what do you guys think of this? Do you like I'm sure you would love to learn new folds and new card designs, but do you love this one as much as I do? So again, here's the faux sea glass that I'm using. Oh, thank you. I know I love, love, love this DSP. I love it. And so with this, we can take these. They are sticky on the back, and there are variated, is that the right word? There's a variety of sizes here. So we're going to go ahead and take these and take them off. And I'm just going to put them under the hugs. These are really cool, kind of different, but I thought Stampin' Up! Really hit it on the mark here with these. They're very cool. So there's my card. Let me bring back the other one because, again, I'm so excited about this fold. You can get some of your designer series paper out, start looking through the catalog and see what you can come up with. We could probably even put some of those stones on here, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to leave it simple. But I wanted to share that with you guys today because, again, I've had this other card hanging out, and I just thought it'd be really, really cool for you to see some other new ideas. Let me move my hands here, get this all set up for you. So thank you so much. Hey, tell me where you're from. Hi, Linda. Yeah, new folds are always great. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. Where are you guys from? I know a lot of times you guys will give me a shout out and tell me which state you're in, or if you're in Ohio, what part of Ohio. So give me a quick shout out and let me know. Next week, I plan to show you some of the scrapbook pages that I'm working on. My dad is a World War II veteran, and I have some really awesome old photos of him from when he went into the war at the age of 19. He's now 97. And I just want to get these scrapbook because I want to be able to show them to him because I think he would love them. North Carolina, I love it. Canal Winchester, Ohio. OH, Mindy OH. IO. So I will see you guys next week, which will be, the 16th. My gosh. It's going to be the 16th of February, and Houston, Texas. Hello, Dina. But I'll see you guys next week. And again, I can't wait to show you pictures of my dad from when he went into the military back, and then he was based in Horham, England. And it was quite a journey for him. He actually wrote a book. So it's been very, very cool being able to read about the 35 missions. He was a tail gunner. So stay tuned because next week I just want to showcase Dad. But everybody, you guys have a great week. Have a wonderful weekend. Thanks for tuning in. And I'll see you next week for some more 411 for Stampin' with some Stampin' fun. Thank you. Tammy, oh my gosh. Hi. West Virginia, right? Thanks, guys. Tammy, it's good to see you. I'll take care, and you guys take care. See you next week. Bye for now.